Today's question is Roman to integer. Roman numerals are represented by 7 different symbols I, V, X, L, C, D, and M. I've only really seen I, V, and X. For example, 2 is written as 2 I's in the Roman numeral, just 2 ones added together. 12 is written as XII, which is simply X plus 2. Number 27 is written as XXVII, which is XX plus V plus II. Roman numerals are usually written largest to smallest from left to right. However, the numeral for 4 is not 4 ones. Instead, the number 4 is written as 4. Because 1 is before the 5, we subtract it, making it 4. The same principle applies to the number 9, which is written as 1x. There are 6 instances where subtraction is used. 1 can be placed before 5 and 9 to make 4 and 9. X can be placed before L and C to make 40 and 90. C can be placed before D, 500 and 1000 to make 400 and 900. Given a Roman numeral converted to an integer. Let me think. That's quite a lot to repeat it, but to translate it concisely, I think we're just writing these Roman numerals to numbers that we're familiar with. And they are just letting us know that Romans were weird in how they wrote their numbers. And for whatever reason, 4 and 9, they have some oddball cases. They mentioned anything about like 0, like pure 0, or like 100,000, then like is it just like CD, or I mean C and M? There's a lot of uncertainty for me when it comes to trying to understand this. So let's look at some of the examples. Well, if the string says this, I kind of know without having to look this up. Okay, let me see. L was what? 50. So L is a 50 by itself, and then V is 5. Okay, so you add them individually. So it's not like 50 plus 53. It's like, okay. Talking about bigger numbers, what's M? M is 1,000. 1,000. Let me just copy paste this so I don't have to like keep scrolling back and forth. Let's see if I understand this. Is 110,104? Okay, that was so far off. Let me see. Let me try again. Next is approach. How will I approach this? My gut reaction is that it's going to involve if else statements or switches to deal with all these Roman craziness. Why would you make that for math where you want things to be simple? I'm going to involve some math, and we're basically dividing the string into chunks of digits that we can sum up. So one thing I could start with is some sort of a variable to hold that sum, and then return that integer, right? Sum equals 0. And then at the end of it, return sum. I think that's at least a 10% right there. Now, we have to do some black magic to allow sum to grow based on the number that's input. So Roman numerals. I feel like another thing we have to do is some sort of a loop to kind of chop up this string. There's a first step that we have to take to kind of change the string, like to chop it up basically. And I'm trying to figure out the logic for how to chop that up. The if statement to like account for the irregularities around the multiples of 5. I have no idea how to move forward with this. I need advice. Like, when I'm stuck here like this, like without using hints, like, because I'm not gonna get hints probably in real life, like interview. I mean, they might be, but it would probably be bad. Like, for myself, how could I go about looking for ways to unstuck myself? Matter of getting stuck on a logic, like unsure about how to move forward from here. I don't know. I might even like. I'm not saying I'm giving up, but like, I don't see how the next 5 minutes will even change anything. Quite frankly, having Claude to evaluate my attempt, I am getting 18 out of 100. You're not failing for lack of effort. You're failing because the logic direction is inverted. What you got right. Correct idea to accumulate into sum. Correct idea to loop through the string. You identify the irregularities as the hard part. That instinct is right. Your comment block at the bottom shows you're thinking about integer to Roman. I think it's talking about this part. But the problem asks for Roman encoding versus decoding. Your loop logic reflects this confusion. Also, while loops inside a for loop indexed by I will cause an infinite loop. I mean, the loop is so incomplete. Like, key insight you're missing. Roman numerals subtract when a smaller value appears before a larger value. IV is a 4. I is before 5. So 5 minus 1 is 4. X is before I. So I'm just wondering, like, wait, so they do use switch? I mean, that was like my first instinct, but then like I've never seen like solutions grow that big, at least for easy problems, that I'm like, no way we have room for that. But I mean, I guess you could technically fit it in one line. But let's see. One character ahead. Map each symbol to its value. A switch works great here. Int value char c. So we're mapping each alphabet that is relevant to a value, and then they also have a sum, and they're looping through the string, and then current is value, of SI. Peek ahead, if next symbol is larger, subtract current. Oh, I think this would really benefit from like whiteboarding, like without me trying to do this in my head. So current is walk me through. Okay, we map the values. Okay, trace table. So we add to 1,000. Maybe it's just like not even the algorithm part. It's I'm like getting confused by how Romans did their math, I think is what it is. Okay, next is M. It's bigger, so we just why would they do this to like this? Okay. X is smaller, so okay. Today we tackled Roman to integer. I was joking kind of about why Romans had to do their math this way, but I was thoroughly confused by the whole computation even before getting to the code, which didn't quite help in trying to come up with a solution. Claude's approach involved mapping using switch cases. Um, in this secret line that solves it. Like looking at it now, I understand it. If I saw it tomorrow morning, I would not be able to write the same thing, even though I sort of saw this problem. I will have to digest more of like how Romans do this. Like it feels foreign to me. Like let's say converting like a numerical value into English, I feel like I would have easier time than trying to translate all these IVXL stuff to numbers. But it was interesting for sure. Um, it's a little bit scary looking forward to solving or attempting some really hard problems where I won't even know where to go or how to start things. Like, I feel like this problem is nowhere near that, and yet here I am, like, unsure how to approach it. But I will try to revisit this multiple times to try to make it my own, I guess. Interesting problem, for sure.